Hi everyone and welcome. So today we're going to do a reading that was requested by one of the viewers. It is titled, Should I Stay or Should I Go? So this reading is going to be focusing on any aspect, any situation in your life. It could be relationship, job, or moving. So what would be a better option for you to either stay or leave and start a new journey? So before we get into this reading, I wanted to start off with a affirmation for this week. This is a timeless reading, so it really doesn't really matter what time you get here, get to the messages, but specifically for this week, it's pretty important as far as astrology goes because Jupiter is conjunct Chiron at this time. So this is a rare energy portal, a rare healing portal. They haven't met since 2009. And so it's really giving us a safe space to heal our old emotional wounds. During this time, I think it lasts until the 15th, so 2 more days. Painful memories may be triggered. Anything that's unresolved as far as trauma goes may rise, and it's also an extreme rare opportunity to just let go and release any of these things that are holding us back, and have more self-compassion and self-care. And it's an opportunity to learn lessons. And so with all of that being said, I wanted to start off this reading, it is a Monday as well, with an affirmation that I came across by Myles on Instagram. I don't know if any of you know her, but if you do, I really love her posts, her astrological posts. And so we're gonna just start off with this affirmation, and then I'll get into the piles and explain what they are. Okay, so the affirmation for March 13 is, I am ready for the endless possibilities that this week holds. I welcome all the good news, synchronicities, and serendipities that come my way, trusting they are helping me manifest my goals and dreams. I perceive challenges with a positive mindset, seeing them as opportunities to learn, grow, and evolve. I have faith that anything is achievable with focus and determination. I am a magnet for miracles and abundance, and I trust that the universe is working in my favor. I am aligned with the energy of prosperity, and I am grateful for all the reasons to celebrate that this week brings. Great. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed that affirmation and really took it to heart. I do believe that this week will bring some new opportunities for all of you. That's what I'm hoping for, and I hope this reading will help bring you guidance for any decision making that you need during this time. So the first deck we have is the 8th House Tarot with a Spirit Quartz. The second deck we have is the Arc Animal Tarot with Tiger's Eye. And the last deck we have is the Melanated Tarot with Green Adventurine. So take a few moments to choose your pile, and I'll have the timestamps below, and we'll get into the reading. Hi Pile 1, if you chose the 8th House Tarot with the Spirit Quartz, this reading is for you. Today we're going to look into the question, should I stay or should I go? This is pertaining to any situation in your life that you are having trouble making a decision about. And it could be relationship, job, moving, just anything along those lines. And so we're just gonna come here to receive some guidance and hopefully some direction for which way might best fit you at this time. Okay? And so if this reading ends up being resonant, or if you like it, please consider liking, subscribing, or commenting down below. I look forward to hearing from all of you on how this situation or this reading may apply to you, okay? So before we get into the tarot, we're just gonna pull some oracle cards and try to get some general energies or themes about what type of decision or what area you should be making a decision about at this time, okay? The first deck we're going to look into is the Butterfly Oracle for Life Changes. This is just going to help us get a general idea of what energy I'm picking up on or what theme I'm picking up on to see if it resonates with you at this time. If it doesn't, feel free to check out the other piles, or you can continue listening to see if eventually it will resonate with you. But if it doesn't, feel free to, again, check out the other piles. So pile 1, what area are you looking to make some life changes about? What area are you looking to make life changes about? We have self-care. What areas are you looking to make life changes about? Spiritual growth. What areas are you looking to make life changes about? Be true to you. The next deck we'll be looking into is the Coffee Cup Oracle. This deck was donated to the channel and I'm so grateful and excited to be working with it. I want to thank the person who donated it. I am so grateful, and let's see what comes up, okay? So we're still trying to get general energies to figure out what area you want to make changes, and should you stay or should you go? So let's just see what area is coming up. What is the theme? We have ship directions journey. So there goes that traveling energy of whether you should stay or go. Let's see what area. Lock and unlock. Still some undecided energies here. It's okay. And let's see if we can get one more. Success and pride. The next deck we'll be looking into is the Astrol-OG deck. This is just going to give us maybe a little more clarity on the area that we're thinking about at this time, okay? Let's pick 2 cards this time. 2 cards, what area from the Astrol-OG deck? Pisces. and Sagittarius. At the bottom of the deck, we have ambition. You are a person who wants to remain true to yourself. You want to be your most authentic version of yourself at all times. You've been going on a spiritual growth journey for a while now, and I think that you've reached a point where you have mastered a lot of areas that you can receive money for, or success from, and like you can start a business with. And I think that your question is whether or not you should pursue this journey forward of being able to utilize your gifts every day, and being known for them, and if you would be able to succeed or not. Some of you may be working a 9 to 5, or in areas where you're not really utilizing your gifts. And it could be, doesn't have to be like, you don't have to be a psychic medium or a Reiki master, or even though these could be the energies that I'm channeling at this time, where you are gifted in these areas. But you could also be like an artist, or just very creative in areas where a lot of people may have been asking you why you haven't started your own business yet, or they would pay you for your services kind of thing, and you haven't been able to set your life up in a way where you can really focus on your gifts 100%. Okay? And I think during this time, the universe is trying to get you to really think about yourself first, and what would make you happiest, and making your dreams come true, being brave enough to pursue them, and just going on this journey. So I really think that you are questioning whether you should maybe quit your current job in order to start this full-time business for yourself, becoming an entrepreneur through a spiritual gift that you have, and whether you'll be successful at it or not. I think that's also a question at hand, of whether, if you were to pursue this, if you were to drop your current life and go on this new journey of putting yourself first and utilizing your gifts, would you be successful at it? And what I want to say up front, we will get into the tarot, but we are given our gifts because we are worth being paid for them. You know what I mean? Like, we are worth receiving an exchange for whatever we are gifted in. I think that you are really not understanding how, or maybe you do understand how skilled you are in whatever field or area that you are questioning about, and you're looking for some answers as far as like when you should start pursuing it, and whether you'd be successful. All I have to say right now is remain true to yourself. Put yourself first. When you make the decision to pursue your dreams, and you truly believe that the universe will provide, or that you truly believe that you deserve money for it, or that you're worthy to receive a monetary exchange for your gifts, that's when the universe will start making adjustments towards that goal. Okay? So let's get into the tarot. yeah, let's get into the tarot. So you chose the 8th house tarot. So in relation to the oracle cards that came up before, we are going to just try to get some energies about where you are right now. So where is pile 1 in their current position in relation to whether they should stay where they are currently or pursue a journey towards their spiritual gifts? Where is the current right now? Where is pile 1 and their energy right now? We have King of Fire, King of Wands. Okay. So why may it be worth staying where you are right now? Why may it be worth staying where you are right now? We have Temperance. Why? Ooh. Why may it be worth leaving during this time? Why may it be worth leaving at this time? Yeah. Will you be happy if you stay in your current life, in your current position? Will you be happy? Five of Cups. And will you be happier? Oh. Will you be happier if you go? Will you be happier if you go? And we have the overall recommendation card. Can we get an overall recommendation in this situation? We have Death. Scorpio's energy. Right off the bat, I will say that you are coming across as the King of Wands. This is great energy to be in. This means that you have already mentally prepared yourself to move forward in a new direction. As far as like becoming an entrepreneur, or maybe you already are an entrepreneur. You have a lot of authority and power within you, and if you're not utilizing it at this current moment, towards your own goals or towards your own passions, then you're misusing all of this energy because it's not directed to your own life and benefiting you in that way. So I think that you're entering a period of taking action based on your intuition and confidently asserting yourself. You could be traveling, or this could be, you know, in relation to traveling, or maybe you are, you know, thinking about going on a new journey or a new career path, a new business. It's definitely healthy masculine energy. And, you know, I think that you are becoming more and more confident in your gifts and what you have to offer the world. And people are seeing that. People already probably see you as a leader or treat you as a leader. They see you as somebody who really takes action from clarity, like a place of stability, and you have a lot of integrity, and that's what you're very true to yourself, you know. That's what people really admire about you and see, you know, when they are with you, or see based off of how you act throughout the day. It's very, very healthy energy to be in. And I think that people see you as a role model or somebody that they can, you know, look to for guidance. I think you're a person who takes initiative, and this may mean that you've already started pursuing actions towards your goals and your passions. Maybe I think that you have already decided to go on this journey of, you know, putting yourself first, and you're pursuing a career, an entrepreneurial career, calling your spirit guides for support, and, you know, taking a more balanced approach. I think that you are not trying to just fully drop everything that you have built up this far in order to go on a new journey. I think that you're trying to do it in a very balanced way if you're going to decide to move on. You're not really the type of person who just leaves people hanging, and so as you're deciding to move forward and on your new career path or on your new journey, you want to make sure that people are still not feeling the after effects in a way that is detrimental to their lives, you know, meaning like you're not gonna just quit your job that same day and be like, oh, I'm gonna start a new career and screw all of you. You know, it just doesn't seem like you're that kind of person. So I think that timing is really a huge factor right now. And what you should be doing, or what you can be doing, is to ask for the divine for messages and for assistance to help you create a situation that will help you part in a way that's like the smoothest way possible, like the path of least resistance. You want to I just don't think that you want to hurt anybody in the process, and that's really why you may have been staying this long in whatever area that you are currently in. But the universe is telling you that what you should be doing is mentally checking yourself out, like still making sure that everything is stable for other people, just trying to make sure that the transition is as smooth as possible. So if that means hiring somebody to replace you, you know, giving the proper notice to whoever needs to be notified, you know, 2 weeks notice or a month's notice, whatever is more comfortable for you, or even a few months, like if you're waiting till like the end of the school year or the end of the year. I personally think the end of the year is too long. Definitely within the next few months, you should be moving. You should have made solid arrangements in order to get this ball rolling in this new area. Because when I'm getting, and I'll keep going through each card or each card placement, but what I am getting is that you are going to be unhappy with where, if you stay in the situation that you are currently in. Why it may be worth going. You are coming across as the King of Cups, the King of Water. Again, more masculine energy. Masculine energies are they embody leadership qualities. You are a leader. You came across as somebody who's very passionate and authoritative as the King of Wands, and that's your internal energy. And if you were to leave your current situation and become whatever it is that you want to become, you are going to come across as a leader in that area. Okay? The King of Cups is somebody who embodies the qualities of an empath, which came up in the oracle cards. You're somebody who's very in tune, somebody who has all of these gifts that when people come up to you and they realize that you're gifted in this way, they're asking you, why don't you already, you know, have this business running, or you should be getting paid for this, or, you know, they see you as a leader in this area, as somebody who can teach others or who can heal others. Trust your intuition, and it will lead you to positive outcomes. You know, you have to really, if you're an empath or if you're somebody who's highly intuitive, has psychic abilities, you have to use this, yes, for others, but mostly you have to use it for yourself first. Okay? You have to lead by example. So fix your life first. Use your gifts in your life to change your life, transform yourself first. And then when you succeed in your own life, that's when you'll be able to help others, right? That's when you're able to be a leader, because you have yourself as the ultimate example. And you are meant to succeed in any area. You may be already successful in the career that you already have, but it's not where your heart is, and it's not where you see yourself long term. You know, you could have been doing your current job for decades, but is your heart in it? It may have been at one point, but if you're being led in a different direction, yes, people may love you currently and they may not want to see you go, but you have to honor yourself first. You have to honor the fact that you are meant to be elsewhere. You're meant to start a new journey, to be a leader in something that is calling you. You know, it's your calling. We as people, we are not meant to be limited. Okay? We're not meant to be limited in just one area. You know, our success is not meant to be limited. We can be successful in multiple areas, and you may be phasing out of your current position. So the next position was, will you be happy if you stay? And the fact that the 5 of Cups came out for this question really tells you, it's like a straight up no. This is one of the saddest Honestly, I'm not joking. Like, this is one of the saddest cards in the entire tarot. Okay? You are going to be sad if you do not pursue your passions. You will be setting yourself up for failure, disappointment. You know, it's just, you know this. I don't think this reading is telling you anything new. I really don't. I think that you know that you, if you have been presented with a new opportunity that is related to, like, if you've been given a job offer that is related to your passions, that you know will bring you financial freedom, or you'll be paid for just being you, your most authentic self, you better take that opportunity. You better take it up. Or you better just listen to your gut first, because don't just listen to somebody on YouTube, right? Listen to your gut and really do not be scared. Trust that the divine is going to help you and lead you towards what it is that, like, the direction that you're meant to go in, okay? I think that you really have to trust yourself, most of all, okay? You're not going to be happy if you stay where you are. And you're not meant to, because you've already, like, it's already plateaued. And I think it has for a long time, but maybe you have stayed where you currently are because you're good at it, because you've mastered it, because people like you in the workplace, people love you, or this doesn't only have to be related to work, but maybe you want to go live somewhere else, right? But you, because of a job opportunity, or you just love the area, and you're questioning whether you should do that. And I think what I'm getting is yes, because you're not going to be happy here, because you've already experienced everything that you need to experience in your current position, in your current life. You already know what to expect. It's kind of like a dead end. And you have so much energy, so much, that if you continue where you are right now, you're just not going to flourish anymore. You've already, like, maximized your time wherever you currently are. And so the next card, what is it? Will you be happier if you go? Okay. So the fact that the Tower came up, so I usually have all my decks upright. That is my intention, to have all my decks upright. The fact that, like, one or two cards end up being reversed in any of my decks, whatever, I really try to take that I really take that as a sign that it's meant to be that way. And so I'm not saying that by you leaving your current situation, it won't be uncomfortable at first. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that by you leaving, it won't be as bad as maybe you're envisioning it. Or, you know, if you expect yourself to fail, that's not meant to happen. Okay? You're way too talented, you're way too gifted in order for that to happen. It's just that I think the universe is trying to set you up in a way where you should just release any kind of fear and worry that you have, and just know that it is safe to accept what is happening, you know, because maybe the new opportunities have been coming to you so easily. Like, maybe you just applied for a job that you thought that you weren't qualified for, or that you didn't think you were gonna get, and then They ended up calling you that same day, asking you to come in for an interview immediately, wanting to hire you on the spot. You know, all these things are happening, and you barely did any effort, but the universe is telling you to make some changes. You have to trust that, you know? That change is inevitable. Leaving your current situation doesn't have to be devastating. It can be subtle. It can be organic. And it can also be flowy, you know? It can feel right. And try not to stay so attached. Try not to cling to what you currently have, your old ways of being or doing, and just face the inevitable. Face the fact that the universe has been giving you signs to make these changes, and they're trying to bless you and give you opportunities that are in the direction that you want to move into. And again, trust that you're being led where you're meant to go. Okay? The final card is the overall recommendation. And again, the fact that Scorpio came out, the death card came out, death and rebirth is a part of life. It is the life cycle. It is transformation. It's letting go of the old, worn out patterns and behaviors, your old jobs. It's a way to purge and create space for new beginnings. But you gotta release the past. Okay? I think that you're really meant to succeed in whatever you came here to question about. I think that as long as you stay your genuine self and your authentic self, the universe will make sure that you are protected, that you are taken care of, okay? Ask the divine for guidance and help. They want you to see you succeed. They want you to know your worth and value, and for you to flourish in these areas, okay? Allow the death to happen in order for you to be born again and be able to thrive in a new area, and for you to be challenged in a way that makes you a better person, you know, to become a leader in an area that you never thought you would be a leader in, but you are in fact a natural born leader, an authority in this area, a master in this area. Okay, you already have the gifts that you need to succeed. So just trust that that's what you're meant to do, that you're meant to lead. Okay? So, I don't know how long this reading has been, but we are just gonna get a few more cards, just guidance. Okay, I hope that helped, because really, some people need that kind of push, you know? They need that kind of guidance. We're gonna look into messages from your animal spirit guides. So for pile 1, what kind of messages does pile 1 need to hear during this time as they make the decision to stay or leave? What kind of messages we have? Unicorn. Indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. You are the unicorn. You are one of a kind. You're so creative and magical and artistic, you know, as a person, even if you're not artistically inclined in the physical, your life is art. Okay? People see you and you shine. You There's nobody else like you, okay? And nobody can do it like you. So just understand that you are a unicorn. It may feel uncomfortable to go on a journey on your own, because it may be uncomfortable to go on a journey on your own, but just trust that this is what you're meant to do, okay? Yeah. One more. One more. Let's see. Emu. This is a good time to go on a new adventure. Okay? It's a good time to take risks. It's a good time to start something new. Okay? You've got the okay, definitely from this reading, but you got the okay from the universe, and I think you've already known this. I think this is just confirmation for something that you've already known within yourself, okay? One more. Zebra. Let go of your fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. How beautiful is that? What a blessing it is to know that you are safe and protected at all times, okay? Just trust your intuition, trust that you're being protected, trust that you're being guided, trust in yourself and your gifts and your capabilities. You are meant to shine in this life, okay? Trust that whatever decision you make, it'll be the right one. Okay, pile one. So I'm going to end this reading with a well-being card. This is probably my first ever oracle deck that I received. That I received as a kid. The Teachings of Abraham well-being cards. The box is dirty because I've had it since I was 10, so let's just see. I'm not even sure what they all say, but I know that I was being called to pull up a card, so let's just see what comes up for pile one. How can we end this reading? Just remember, well-being is most important, okay? We have, it is not my work to control others. You can see my lamp. Trying to limit anybody about anything defies the laws of the universe. It cannot be done. You cannot control others, but you can control and create your own reality. So only you will know what this message is trying to say for your own life, but just know that anybody else's opinion about the decisions you make for your own life does not matter. The only thing that you have control over is how your decisions will make you feel, okay? So if there are people, if you've been hesitant to make this decision because you think that you're going to upset somebody or multiple people, or people are not going to agree with the life path that you choose, their opinions do not matter. And so the only thing that you have control over is your own decisions, your own life choices. And if they are going to make you happy, just know that the divine will protect you in order to make those things happen. Okay? And then those people, whoever doesn't agree with you, they will fall away, and you have to allow them to leave because you just are on different paths. And allow them to fall away, allow yourself to purge them in order to make room for people who will resonate with your energy, okay? So that is what I have for you, pile 1. I hope that this reading has brought you some clarity. If it has, please like, subscribe, comment down below. I would love to hear from you all, and I can't wait to read for you or to provide messages for you again in the future. Until next time, pile 1. Hi, pile 2. If you chose the Tiger's Eye with the Arc Tarot, this reading is for you. Today we're going to look at the question, should I stay or should I go? Before we get into the tarot, we are going to pull some oracle cards just to get a general sense of what area in your life you may be questioning about, or this question may be pertaining to. And then after that, we'll get into the tarot and get some guidance messages. Okay, so if this reading does resonate with you, please like, subscribe, comment down below. I would love to hear how it relates to you in your current situation and how it may have helped you, okay, in the process of decision making. So before we get into the tarot, let's pull some oracle cards. We're going to start off with the Butterfly Oracle for life changes. What is the theme that they're questioning at this time of whether they should stay or go? What is the theme or area in their life that they're questioning of whether they should stay or go? Pile 2. We have too many. Let's just stick with, let's see, maybe 3. The theme or area, pile 2. Okay, we have relationship dynamics. We have self-employment. Pile 2. What area or theme in their life are they questioning of whether they should stay or go at this time? Changing your mind. Next, we're going to pull from the Coffee Cup Oracle. This deck was donated to the channel by somebody very special to me, so thank you so much if you're watching this reading, and I really appreciate it. I love the cards, so thank you. We are going to check some more. We're going to pull 3 more cards. Let's see. What is the area or theme that pile 2 is questioning whether they should stay or go at this time? We have jealousy, gossip, the cat. Let's see. We have scarab, nourishment, transformation. Endings and beginnings. The last oracle deck we're going to pull from is the Astrol-OG Oracle. What area or theme does pile 2 questioning during this time, whether they should stay or go? Second house, material goods. Scorpio. What I'm getting here is that there have been some changes that are already going on in your life when it comes to certain people that you are interacting with. This could be because that second house came up with money. It could be business related. It could be at your, a co-worker. It could be somebody that you're living with that maybe has been giving you money, or you've been giving money to them, that kind of thing. Or just somebody that you are dealing with, somebody that you're living with. It doesn't have to be money related, but it could be a partner that you're living with. And there's just been changes going on, and you are getting the sense that maybe you guys are not really seeing eye to eye, or you have less in common than maybe you originally thought. Like when you first started a job, you guys got along really well, but now things have changed, and you're really seeing this person for who they really are, and it's just not resonating with you, that kind of thing. I think that you're a little bit more sensitive to the situation. Maybe you were seeing things with rose-colored glasses, and now that the truth is kind of slowly being revealed to you, you're kind of changing your mind about it. You're not really feeling the situation the way that you originally did, or like you're not as excited as you originally were. And that happens in all areas of our lives, right? You know more now than you originally did. You have grown as a person. Maybe your interests have changed too, and so this is all coming up at this time. I think that you are more awake to the situation at hand, and you're being called to take care of yourself and your feelings, just to really understand why it is that you're feeling the way that you are, and if real change needs to come because of it. Like, do you really need to leave this job, or do you need to leave this living situation, or this person, like that may have provided some kind of material stability for you, but they're not giving you what you need in other areas that are ultimately more important to you, as far as maybe affection or your just personal interests. Maybe that's not something that you both are seeing eye to eye with at this time. And so I think that you have been trying to compromise with this person, and trying your best to make things work, but this person may not be the healthiest for you. And the reason why I'm saying this, or the situation, is because this cat came up, and I love cats, I really do, but in this deck, their keywords are jealousy and gossip. So I'm gonna just say that maybe this person that you thought that you guys could be best friends at first, or you would be great co-workers at first, but they are intimidated by your light, and you're realizing that maybe they're jealous of you. Maybe they want to be more like you, or maybe they envy you, and they've started some rumors or gossip about you at the workplace or wherever, and which is not really true, but they are projecting some insecurities within themselves. They're projecting them onto you, and now it's created this kind of weird negative experience, and you're just over it. You're not really trying to be in that kind of energy. Maybe they're manipulative. Scorpio came up, maybe they're in a position of power. They're trying to control you, or belittle you, or patronize you in a way. And you really know that you're more qualified and you are knowledgeable in this area, but they're trying to belittle you because they're actually jealous of you, or they are threatened by your existence and your light and your knowledge. And so I think what has really is coming up at this time is whether you should remain at a place where you can try to create peace with this person and compromise with them, or if you should just let this situation go altogether, because seek a job elsewhere, or be self-employ yourself, or just go on a solitary journey, and that's really okay. If it has to do with you feeling happier elsewhere or safer elsewhere, because honestly all that kind of jealousy, not to worry anybody, but that's not really healthy for your energetic field and for you as a well-being. You can't trust people like that, who are jealous of you, who want to be like you, so, or who make you feel like you can't live without them either, or that they know more than you, so you should listen to them. Any of these things, like, really, this is not the energy that you want to be in. And so maybe you're thinking about going in a new direction and making new changes, that'll bring a healthier balance into your life. Okay? So I think this is the energy and the theme that is coming up right now, that at first you may have saw the positive of this situation. You maybe came with these rose-colored glasses at first, but now the truth is being revealed to you, and you're second guessing about whether this was the right choice for you, if this was the right situation, if this is the right person that you should be interacting with. Okay, so that is a theme that's coming up. We're gonna get into the tarot now. Pile 2, you chose the Arc Tarot. So we are going to follow a tarot spread at this time. We're just going to pull some cards, and then we're going to see what, as far as whether you should stay or go, we're going to see what the cards have to say for you in this situation, okay? So, pile 2. What is your current position? What is your current position at this time? We have Rabbit, Seven of Pentacles. Pile 2, what is your why may it, pile 2, the second question is, why may it be worth staying in your current position? Why may it be worth staying in your current position or situation? Why may it be worth staying? Hawk. Ace of Swords. Pile 2. Why may it be worth going? Why may it be worth going? Pile 2. Hummingbird. Will you, pile 2, be happy if you stay? Will you be happy if you stay? Pufferfish, 9 of Cups. Pile 2, will you be happier if you go? Pile 2, will you be happier if you go? The Empress. And finally, the overall recommendation for pile 2. What is pile 2's overall recommendation in this current situation? The Hierophant. Pile 2. So the energy that I'm getting here right now is kind of not super duper severe. Like in the last pile, it was very clear cut of the person needs to make the changes they need to make in order to become happier. But I think that for you, it's more like an adjustment. It's not so much that you should leave the situation altogether. Although I do think that if you were, that you would still thrive and be successful because you did come out as the Empress if you were to leave. But just know that, like, I think that if you were to decide to stay, if it's not as drastic or severe as you may have thought, it's more about making fine-tuning and making adjustments, right? So you're coming across as the Seven of Pentacles. The effort and work that you have put into the situation, you've probably been seeing it being paid off. You know, all of this energy and hard work that you've been putting in, you are reaping the rewards of it. You are successful. You are noticing positive changes in your life and growth and abundance, and it's all because of your consistent energy towards being successful, right? So I do think that it is paying off, but just like, you know, as if you had a flourishing garden with all of these fruits and vegetables that are growing so abundantly, there's always going to be weeds, right? And you're always going to have to maintain it, and you're always going to have to put in the work and effort in order to keep it that way, keep the fruit growing in a healthy environment, right? So you're gonna have to pull these weeds and pull them out, and it's just just a matter of maintaining it all the time. So I think that the same thing applies for this situation, where you are reaping the rewards, you are putting the effort, positive effort, but there's always going to be some fine-tuning that needs to happen. There's always going to be somebody that comes up that is threatening this success because of their jealousy and their envy, and there's always going to be somebody who, you know, maybe wants to redirect you and are trying to, you know, maybe distract you from all of the success that you are currently experiencing by introducing a new way of doing things that could potentially work out for you or not. You know, if whatever you have been doing so far is working, why change it, right? But I think that, so if it says, would it be worth, the second position is, may it be worth staying? you came across as, or the situation came across as, Ace of Swords. So it's about having a clear vision of what it is that you want to come out of this situation. I think that whether it's positive or negative, sooner or later, by staying, you're going to get a clearer vision of whether you should stay or go. You know what I mean? Like, further down the line, it may not be so clear right at this moment, and this moment may not feel like you should leave just yet, but this could be the opening. By you questioning this, of whether you should stay or go, if you should continue on this path, and will it be successful for you in the long term? Is this still what you want to do? Like, after all this hard work you put into, is this still something that you are passionate about and want to pursue? Is this still the person that you want to be with? If you've been putting all this hard work and maybe they're not, you're putting all this hard work to maintain this relationship and this connection with this person, but they're not putting the same effort, they're putting you down, they're not making you feel good as a person, and maybe they're just jealous of you or want to manipulate you in a way that makes you feel like you're still gonna need them, when in reality you're the empress, so you can survive with or without them. It's not even up to them, you're just with them because you like their company, not so much because you need them to be in your life. That may become clear in time. Maybe not at this moment, but in time it'll become clearer, because if they're still going to be acting this way and you're working on yourself and you're working on the situation to better the situation, and they're still in the same position, they're still acting the same way, acting foolish, acting negative, it's just not vibing at the same frequency that you are, then it's going to be revealed in time. It's why I believe the Hawk, the Ace of Swords came up in this position. Why it may be worth going came up because came up as the Four of Wands. Now, if you're feeling unstable right now, if you're feeling like all this hard work if you're questioning whether all of this hard work is being put into the wrong area of your life or into the wrong person, that is definitely something that is coming up at this time. It may be worth going because you may be needing to put your energy in something else that may be more solid, maybe more of a solid foundation for you, may make you feel more safe and at home and stable. You may be needing to put your energy towards something that someone that you can trust more, or who has not been talking to you all crazy, or not been manipulative and is more transparent when it comes to communication with you. Then that is something to really consider, and I think that you have also been thinking about this. I do think that you don't want to just throw away this situation, and in that way I believe that you are similar to pile 1, even though it was more clear cut with pile 1. I do think that you also don't want to just throw away everything that you've worked hard to try to make this a successful situation, and so you are giving it the benefit of the doubt, or you are trying to make sure that before you leave, you have put all the effort that you could in order to try to make this successful. And whether it ends up being that you end up leaving the situation, your effort is not going to waste, because all that energy that you put in towards yourself, towards the work environment, towards the relationship, in order to make it better, if it's removed from your life, it's because you have put that energy out into the universe in order to make room for what is actually deserving of you. Okay? So if you were to leave, you would still thrive. There would still be success and something to celebrate in your life. You would still be reaping rewards for all of this effort, because it's going to be reflected through this new experience, this new connection, this new job, because you have positioned yourself to receive something that is worth the effort. So you're still going to be abundant in whatever it is that you decide. Blessings and prosperity are still going to come into your life. You're still going to reap the rewards and experience the happiness that you deserve. You're still going to put yourself in a position that's going to be able to experience that sweetness. Now, the next question was if you would be happy if you were to stay, right? You got the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is about your wishes being granted and you being satisfied because of all this effort that you've put in, and you're very happy and you're proud. So that's what I'm saying, that it may not be so severe. Let me move this. It may not be so severe right now, to make any drastic decisions about whether you should stay or go. Just kind of go with the flow, because regardless, you're still going to experience joy and happiness and success. I think what you should focus on is being content with yourself and the energy that you're putting into the universe that is going to be reflected. Because with the pufferfish and the nine of representing the Nine of Cups, and then the keyword saying wishes granted, satisfaction, and pride, there is a chance that if you stay, the reason why people have been kind of jealous or envious or not really cooperative with your energy is because they may see you as prideful or somebody who likes to be flashy about what your success is. And I'm not necessarily saying that you should not celebrate all of your hard work, and the success that you have gained from them. In fact, I'm saying that the reason why these people may be feeling this way is because of their own sense of lack within themselves, because they have not been putting the effort that you have, And so if this is a relationship at work, maybe you are putting all of this effort and you're being recognized by your boss, and they want to promote you, and then your coworker is not happy with you, or they are showing signs of jealousy because they wanted the promotion, but you received it because you deserved it, and then they're looking at you like like you're arrogant because you're arrogant because you are just full of yourself, like you think you're better than everybody, and that's really not your energy. That's really just them projecting their insecurities onto you. And so I don't necessarily, in a case like that, I don't think that you should quit your job because somebody is jealous of you. I still think that you are going to be a great leader, and if you do get the promotion, by all means, accept it. You deserve it, and don't let anybody try to take that away from you if it's a case like that. But again, if you were to leave this situation because the work environment is so toxic, or like this friend circle is become toxic, and you want to distance yourself, you're still going to shine because this is who you are. You're light, you are abundant, you are creative, everything that you put out into the world is coming back to you in multitude. Okay? So you're gonna shine wherever you go, whether it's in this situation, with or without this person or these people that are jealous of you. You're still gonna shine. You're still going to receive whatever it is that you deserve. And if you've been putting all that hard work into making the effort into wanting to be successful, that's where you're going to receive the success that you deserve. Okay, so the last card that we have is the overall recommendation, and you got the Hierophant. So everything that you have been doing so far is working. Haters are gonna hate, people are really always gonna be jealous of you, or always gonna want to be like you, or they're just gonna exist. It's about balance, right? So it's just contrast for these people and these situations. They're always gonna come up, these challenges, because you have to keep refining your energy and keep growing. They provide opportunities for you to continue growing as a person, to continue maturing. And so I don't really think, like this reading, I really don't think that you have reason to make any drastic changes at this moment. If anything, I would say that whatever it is that is causing you to question whether you should stay or go, if it's a person, really communicate with that person, or consider communicating with them in a clear way, asking them, why they feel this way about you, or if there's a way that you guys can maybe get to know each other better. I wouldn't necessarily trust that person, because it's hard to be friends with people that are jealous of you, that want your life kind of thing, because there's always going to be that underlying envy, right? But if you guys can come to a place where you can be more civil, and you don't have to be best friends with them, but just like make the work environment more tolerable, then I would put my energy towards doing something like that, rather than like quitting the job altogether. Or maybe if you're the boss, maybe you need to let them go. Maybe you need to fire them. Maybe they're the toxic person in the environment, and you just need to cut them loose so that you can create new dynamics in the workplace. Or if your partner is not trying to do the effort, the work on themselves, that will really satisfy you, then cut them loose too. Put them back in the ocean and get a new fish. But you know what I'm saying? Like, adjust the situation. You don't have to really make any super drastic changes on your end. It's just more about adjusting things, and or asking the universe to remove these obstacles, or for more protection, or you know, anything that will continue the success that you are experiencing. Okay? So with all of that, we're gonna just pull some cards. Some guidance cards. These are messages from your animal spirit guides. And let's just see, for pile 2, what are some messages that we can say about this situation between them? And what are some messages that pile 2 needs at this time about their current situation and whether they should stay or go? We have the panda. Create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or place of work. We have chimpanzee. Use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your question. And we have mouse. You're overlooking some important details, so pay closer attention to what's going on. Sorry. Okay. So it's just more confirmation that you need to make the adjustments that you need to make in order to make this a situation that's happier for you and healthier for you and your work environment, your home environment. If somebody that you're living with is not healthy for you, if it's a roommate, if it's your partner, if it's even a family member, remove yourself from that situation or remove them. Okay? If you guys can't live together, try to figure out try to communicate in a way that will have you guys understanding each other better, or being more transparent with each other, or get rid of them. If you're the one who needs to move out because you're living under somebody else's roof, then that's maybe the adjustment that you need to do. But either way, you're going to be successful because you've been putting a lot of energy towards bettering yourself. So use your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get the answers to your question. So in ways, these tarot readings are beneficial because they are here to provide guidance and objective perspectives onto these situations. But really, ultimately, only you know your specific situation. Only you will be able to know what's best for you. And so really trust yourself and trust your intuition and trust your inner guidance and trust that you'll be led to do the right thing that is healthiest for you. And if you're overlooking some important details, try to really understand what is going on. Okay? Is there somebody that you need more compassion for? Maybe a little bit more patience with? Are you being prideful? Or is your pride coming across as arrogant? Because sometimes, maybe it's better off that we don't share our successes so much with other people, because we don't want to trigger them either, so sometimes it's better to keep those things to ourselves. You don't got to share. Watch what you share with certain people, because also, you can't always trust everybody, right? So you got to just keep certain things to yourself and trust that you'll still keep reaping the rewards. And if people want to perceive you as arrogant, that's something within them as well. And it's just better off to be silent about certain things, you know, not share things. Okay, so we're gonna get one more message from the well-being cards. I've had these for a very, very long time, and so I'm just gonna share one message in relation to this situation for your personal well-being. Pile 2. We have one card, please, for pile 2. It is my dominant intent to look for what I want to see. It says, as you deliberately look for things to appreciate, praise, or enjoy, you achieve vibrational harmony with your own source and with all that is good. And then the powerful law of attraction brings more good things to you. So I think that that's what you have been doing so far. I think that you have been adjusting your thought patterns, or you know, moving in a direction that is that you know will bring positive changes into your life. And you've been focusing on the good, and maybe this person is just in to create that sort of balance where, you know, they're just bringing in contrast in your life. So they're showing you what it is that you don't want, or, you know, this is something, a challenge has come up to show you what you don't want, but don't focus on that situation so much, you know, because the more attention that you bring into that is that's what you're bringing more of in your life if you focus on that energy, right? So just deliberately work on appreciating what you have created, all the successes that you have created, and achieving vibrational harmony, and focusing on all that is good in your life. And that's really what's going to create more good, okay, for you. So that's what I have for you, pile 2. I hope that this reading resonated, or, you know, you were able to get something out of this reading. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, or commenting down below. It's how we're able to co-create, and I'm able to clearly deliver the messages that is needed for you and to help guide you in a most effective way. Okay, so again, until next time, pile 2. Hi, pile 3. So if you chose the Green Aventurine with the Melanated Tarot deck, this reading is for you. Melanated Classic Tarot, I believe. So we are going to look at the question, should I stay or should I go? And this reading is for any area of your life. So it could be relationship, it can be job, it can be, you know, friend, or with family, anything. And we're going to see what comes up, okay? And try to give you some guidance in this area. So before we pick tarot cards, we are going to pick some oracle and just get a general sense of what it is that is being picked up right now. Like, what area do you need to focus on? And again, if this doesn't resonate with you, feel free to look at any other pile just to see if they do. Okay, so we're going to start with the Butterfly Oracle for Life Changes. And let's just see for pile 3, what theme or energy is coming up for this question. Should I stay or should I go? For pile 3, what themes or energies are coming up for the question, should I stay or should I go? We have sobriety. What themes or energies are coming up during this time for the question, should I stay or should I go? Heavenly signs. What themes or energies are coming up during this time for the question, should I stay or should I go? So pile 3. Welcome to the new. The next deck we're going to use is the Coffee Cup Oracle. It was just donated to the channel by somebody very special to me, and so I want to thank you. I really love this deck. So let's see what comes up. We have birds, with news and messages. We have moose, acceptance, and eccentric. And we have rabbit, pregnancy, and fears. I would say fertile, but fears as well. Okay, and the last oracle deck we're going to look into is the Astrol-OG deck. And let's just get some cards for any energy or themes that are related to this question. South Node, karmic past, and sixth house work. Pile 3. So based off of these cards, I think that this reading is a little more sensitive than the other piles that I just read. Just the first card being sobriety has me thinking, and then South Node has me believing that you have been struggling in moving forward in life. And I just want you to know that if you don't feel supported in your own personal life, that I'm hoping that you can, if anything, reach out to the spirit realm and ask for guidance and protection and the strength to move forward in a positive way. We're never alone. As much as we may feel alone on this earth, sometimes we're always being guided. We can always be protected as long as we ask for it and communicate it with the divine. And it seems to me I'm getting that some of you have had issues with sobriety, as far as from addictions, alcoholism, drugs, just toxic bad behaviors. And it could be anxiety inducing, or you know, it could be because of anxiety or because of depression. And I just want you to know that you are capable and so strong and able to overcome any challenges that you are facing at this time. I think the message here is that you have been receiving signs of either continuing on your current path of these toxic addictive behaviors, or changing your life completely. I'm getting that some of you have flirted with the idea of taking your own life, which I personally would not recommend, just because there is so much life to be experienced and it can be positive, you know, as much as you are hurting right now and can feel like you won't be able to become sober, or you know that it's too hard to get over these challenges that you are currently facing. Just know that there are signs, and this is a sign that you are entirely capable of redirecting your life, of coming out on top, of, you know, experiencing the life that you deserve, as far as, you know, being happy, feeling safe, feeling accomplished and successful. Those are all things that you can achieve and become if you just I don't want to say just, because I understand that it's very difficult. I do have a reading that I've done that was specifically for addictions, and if you haven't seen that, you can check that out. But a lot of these addictive patterns are ancestral cycles, you know. So like if alcoholism runs in your family, or if abuse runs in your family, or codependency, or any of these things, you were brought, and because I do also have toxic behavioral patterns and have experienced have addictive tendencies, you know. So if these are things that you are struggling with, just know that you are capable of changing your life around. It's never too late to change your life around, and don't feel like you are better off taking your life if it's that extreme. I just need to say that because sometimes people feel like that they don't have anybody in their life that they can talk to, and so they come onto these YouTube readings for guidance, and I don't really hear these kinds of things being really spoken about often. So I just want you to know that I hear you, and I see you, and I recognize you, and you are mirrored and loved, even if it's from a distance and that I don't know you personally. I am sending you love and protection, and hopefully you are able to feel it and understand that I really do mean it. Okay, so I think that a lot of you have, regardless of how severe this toxic behavior is, it's still something that is not serving you in a positive way. And I feel like it's something that you have been trying to get rid of for quite some time, but you're either too afraid of your own success, or every time you have tried in the past and it's failed. And I want you to know that, like, you can still create a new life for yourself, okay? I understand that a lot of you probably have a lot of regrets or feel guilty in ways, or just are really holding on to grief and fear and anger and rage and all these things. And a lot of it is towards yourself, directed towards yourself. And every day you're probably wondering how to get out of this routine. You know, every day you feel angry. Every day you feel like you're worthless, and like there's no point in moving forward. You feel apathetic, and it's really that you're focusing on the wrong things. You lack the self-worth and love, and that's only creating more situations in your life that will reflect that kind of thinking, you know? So if you focus on this thing that happened to you maybe 15 years ago, and that's like something that keeps on coming up every single day, you know, at some point, because you feel guilty about it or you feel shame or anything, then you're not really going to be focusing on all of these positive things in your life, or you know, the good parts of your life. And then some of you may be thinking that, well, you try to focus on the positive, but you don't feel like it is getting you anywhere. Like it doesn't, like, you feel emotionless when it comes to these things. But I want you to truly try to visualize yourself living a life that you want, that would make you happy. What you have to ask yourself, truly, what would make you happy? Because leaving this earth is not going to help you in the long run. It's not really going to take this pain away. You may feel like I mean, I don't want to say it like that. I want to just say that there's a big chance that if you were to decide that you were to take your life, that you would have to repeat this pattern in the next lifetime. You know what I mean? Like, these are still things that you're going to have to heal, or that your patterns and cycles that you're going to have to heal eventually, you know? And there are things that I am even still overcoming, like as far as my codependency goes or my addictive patterns. There's not just me that suffers from it. It's my family as well. You know, we all are going through very similar things in a lot of ways, you know, and we're all trying to break these cycles. And I want you to know that, like, whatever karmic path is brought upon you at this time to be healed, and in this lifetime, you're only faced with it because you are capable of breaking the cycle. Otherwise, it wouldn't have come to you. It wouldn't be what your mission is, you know, it wouldn't be a part of your journey if you weren't capable of handling it. And so what I'm really receiving in these messages, that you have probably been receiving signs from the universe that a change is necessary, that you are worthy of a happier life, of a new life. But it all starts with self-acceptance and self-love and self-care, and not letting fear continue to rule your life, okay? And if that includes making the strong effort to become sober or to awaken to these toxic behaviors and needing to end them, then that's where you should direct your life right now, okay? I don't really know who I'm talking to. I know there's somebody out there that this message is for. I'm currently taking a course to become a coach for addiction recovery. And I know that this is what I want to do. Like, I want to help people become the best versions of themselves. And there's no way that can happen unless we get rid of these toxic patterns and and we end these ancestral cycles and break these curses, these generational curses, you know? And so you're not alone. Okay. You're definitely not alone. You're supported and you're being guided. You were guided to this reading so you can know that changes need to be made. Okay? It's time to move towards the life that you want to live, and you need to leave this old ways, these stagnant energies, this guilt, this shame. You need to release all of this, okay? So that was very heavy, but we're gonna move forward and get into the tarot, okay? I hope I didn't scare some of you off. But, you know, those are the messages that I do want to channel. I want to channel for the people that are really struggling. I want to channel for people who really need to hear these kinds of messages, because they're the ones who really need it the most. They're the ones who feel like they're alone. And I want you to know that you're not alone, okay? So let's just get into the tarot. So you chose the Melanated Classic Tarot. We're going to follow a spread for this reading. And so let's just get into that. We're going to pick, the first card is going to be your current position at this time. Your current position in relation to this topic, this theme. We have the Four of Swords. Why it may be worth staying. Queen of Cups. Why it may be worth going. The Tower. Will you be happy if you stay? I'm going to get one card. Will you be happy if you stay? Oh. Will you be happy if you go? Wow. Beautiful. An overall recommendation. Ace of Cups. What a beautiful reading. The end of the deck, the back of the deck is the Devil. pile 1. So let's go through each position. And so the first card is the Four of Swords, and that's representing you and your current position at this time. And so the Four of Swords is really about trying not to burn out. Right? I'm sorry for moving the camera. So you are really trying to heal. You're trying to just not let everything get to you. You're trying to just remain on top and really just rest from this. I think that you're really exhausted by life, by the tragedies, by everything bad that's been going in your life. I think that you're really just kind of over it. And so I think that this time you should, or during this time, you should just try to self-reflect on your life. I also think that you're really serious about this recovery, and whether it was, you know, an addiction or an illness or just anything of that sort, I think that you are really focused on trying to seek some kind of medical attention or treatment, maybe some kind of therapy or counseling. All I know is, what I'm getting is that you feel like you need some kind of support, otherwise you're gonna burn out. And again, maybe that's why you're here watching this reading. Taking a break from anything that is making you feel stressed right now is always gonna be a good thing. You know, try to be alone with your thoughts. And I say that, and I know that sometimes that's what leads to this extreme anxiety, and it causes people to use or drink, or, you know, just like continue these bad behaviors. But it really is without us confronting our thoughts and, you know, the past, and really letting this shame or anxiety, this anger, this rage, this sadness go, then there's no way that we are going to be able to heal. We have to confront it first. And I know that's scary, and I know that, you know, that can be anxiety inducing, but that's the only way. You got to go through it in order to heal it, right? So if you're really serious about healing and recovering and your overall happiness and well-being, you got to incorporate more solitude in your life. Separate yourself from people and people that are just encouraging this kind of behavior from you, or these toxic behaviors, or patterns. Just separating yourself from those things and becoming sober. That's all something that you have to make an effort to not practice anymore, not put into action anymore. You have to work on your healing. And I do think that you're serious at this time, because it kind of feels like in some cases it can be extreme, where it's life or death. And I hope that you guys choose life and understand that you are capable of a good life. And the only thing that's really stopping you from that type of way of living is your mental state. Sorry, my video got cut off. Not sure what happened. It paused. It just stopped automatically. So, but yeah, the only thing that's really keeping you from that good life is ultimately your mental state. So that's the first thing that needs to be adjusted, okay, in order to start this new life and this new journey. Now, if you were to, the next question is why it may be worth staying. I think that you you're somebody who people probably look up to, and very loving and nurturing, and provide some kind of protection. You can be a caregiver. You know, this reading isn't, I know that there are some people here who are facing addictions and those kinds of things, but it could also mean you putting yourself last. Maybe you're the kind of person who doesn't really take care of your well-being first, and you're selfless in that way, and the universe is telling you that you need to stop that, really, because you're gonna burn yourself out. You're gonna not be able to keep up with at the pace that you're going right now, because you're taking care of everybody else and you're not putting yourself first, and that is going to come bite you in the butt later on. You know, there are cases where people who are internalizing all of their emotions and their grief and their depression, they're internalizing this, and this is going to come out in ways like cancer, or your body's gonna react badly. It's gonna create an autoimmune disease, something like that, because you're not expressing yourself in the way, and you're not releasing these emotions, and you're holding on to them, and so they are gonna create problems in your life in order to be acknowledged, so you can finally face them. Sometimes it takes somebody getting cancer to really reflect on their life and understand that all these emotions they've been bottling up inside is what caused it. And then it brings them to a place where they want to confront it, and then in some cases, if they're lucky, they're able to reverse it and they get a second chance at life. In other cases, people are not so lucky, and so I'm not saying that like every single person that has an autoimmune disease or cancer or something detrimental to your life in that way is bottling up emotions, but there are emotions tied to every single disease in your body. So that's really something to think about. And so if you can continue with this pattern, yes, you're going to be seen as somebody who can be still inspiring, and you may put up the front and the caretaker, somebody who's nurturing, and anything along those lines, but it's not really helping you. Okay, so like the next placement is, the next card represents, let's see, because I forgot, why it may be worth going. Maybe you need this upheaval, maybe you need this sudden change. Maybe you'll realize that by releasing these old habits and old behaviors, your life is going to turn around real quick. Okay? And it's going to be the change that you need. And then you're going to realize that by putting yourself first, putting your health first, and your well-being and your safety, and creating strong boundaries, doing all these things is going to pay off. And you're going to feel like it's worth it, and you're going to find value in yourself and feel like you're worthy of a good life. I know the Tower is it seems like a scary card, especially like being in the middle. I love that, the Ace of Cups is right below it. Symbolically, because it's not really supposed to be laid out this way. I just ran out of space, but the Ace of Cups is, their overall recommendation is to fill your own cup. Is self-love. Is to provide the love and care that you give to others, because you're the Queen of Cups, to yourself. Stop putting yourself last. Okay? Fill that cup. If nobody else is going to fill it for you because they're so used to you taking care of them and nobody's asking how you're doing and thinking about your well-being, fill it for yourself. Okay? You are worthy of the love and care. Your inner child is seeking that love that you're giving to others. Okay? Take care, nurture your inner child. Okay? The part of you that has been hurt and betrayed and shamed and all of these things, that part of you needs healing. Okay? And when you step away from everything that's exhausting you and you focus on yourself in this way, in your health and that inner child that I'm going to continue saying because that is really coming up. When you focus on recovering from your past, that is when the real healing is going to begin. That is when your new life, your that's when the universe is going to show you how much you've grown spiritually and as a person in general. Okay? The tower is not always a bad thing. Okay? And I truly believe that if you were to let go of all these things, they're going to show you how quickly your life can turn around. Because the next card is, will you be happy if you stay? If you stay in these old ways and these old ways of being? No, you're not going to be happy. You're not happy right now, is what I'm getting. You are not. As much as maybe people think that you are handling life well, or that you're so strong and you've overcome so much and you are, just facing adversity all the time and you're handling it so well, you're not, because your body is telling you you can't do this anymore. You have probably, I believe one of your cards in the oracle cards was heavenly signs. You're receiving signs from the universe that this way of being has got to stop. You got to change. You got to put yourself first. Even if you have kids and other people to take care of, even if that means just like taking an hour for yourself, or and meditating, or reading a book, or listening to music, or just like sitting in silence and just really saying affirmations, or anything, listening to a podcast, anything, going for a walk by yourself, or anything that, doing something fun for yourself, buying yourself a gift that you deserve, or, pampering yourself, or anything that is done for yourself. If you don't make time and space for that, you are going to continue to resent those around you, continue to live in this anger and rage. You may seem like the calmest person, the most loving person and compassionate person, but inside you might have so much anger, so much hostility, so much resentment around those around you. And if you don't forgive yourself more than anything, you try to forgive other people for all the wrongdoings that they've done to you, but forgive yourself for allowing that behavior to go on for a long time, or because you're not going to be happy if you continue doing this. Whatever you're doing, it feels like you're going on a downward spiral. And it's not benefiting you. Like, look how completely different these energies are. Okay? This card represents, will you be happier? Will you be happier if you leave those toxic patterns and cycles behind? Your wishes are going to be granted. You're going to feel satisfied and emotionally fulfilled. You're going to allow yourself to experience the life that you deserve. Because if you are this caregiver that's giving so much of your energy to other people but not yourself, if you turn that around and give that energy to yourself and know your value and worth, it's gonna be reflected in your life. It's gonna be reflected. It's gonna be mirrored. Okay? Not only are people gonna respect you more because you stick up for yourself, and the people that don't, you gotta cut them out. I hope you cut them out. The people that that see your value but like that you don't see your own value, because that's how they can control you. You gotta cut those people out, and I hope you do. Okay? Because you are somebody who is about to be blessed. Allow yourself to be blessed by the universe, okay? I don't care how old you are. I don't care how long it's taking you to get to this place where you are finally realizing that how you're living, how you've been living is not sustainable. You're going to reach new levels of happiness, of intimacy, of health. Your overall health is going to improve. You're going to feel happy for the first time in a long time. Remember what that feels like to be happy? I don't even know if any of you have really ever been happy in your whole lives. How do you think life would be if you were happy? Visualize that for yourself. Happiness. You know, make a wish to the universe. Write something down, you know, like what think about this. Sit with the question, what would make you happy right now? Try to close your eyes and visualize what you're doing. If it helps, what would make your inner child happier right now? Try to think back. Try to get in tune with your inner child. What would make that younger, innocent, pure version of you happy? And try to feel those emotions that you probably have not tapped into in a very long time. And if you continue to do that, and you follow your intuitive guidance that will lead you on this path of your wishes granted, I promise you life will change, and it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick. You gotta allow this cup of self-love to overflow, okay? The universe is trying to gift you a new beginning, rooted in love and satisfaction and fulfillment. When you give yourself this self-love and take time for yourself, you're going to see that new opportunities and inspiration for personal development and overall well-being is going to appear. It's just going to start coming to you, you know? And it won't be long until you feel enthusiastic about your life again, and about your spiritual practice, and about, you know, your journey, your life journey. please understand, if you get anything from this reading, please understand that love, peace, and happiness are all meant for you, okay? They're meant for all of us. They are gifts, and we have to be willing to receive those gifts, okay? So focusing on self-love, that is your main message, okay? If you are at a place where you're not giving yourself that kind of attention, please make an effort to make proper changes. And if you need support as far as, seeking therapy, going to counseling, reaching out to those around you who love you and who care for you, please do that. Please understand that you are loved. And if you don't feel loved by those around you, you are loved by the divine. You are divine. Your energy, your being is divine. Okay? Please know your worth and your value. So, with all that being said, we're just going to pull some cards to get some guidance from our spirit animals. Let's see. Okay, perfect. These are messages from your animal spirit guides. What messages does pile 3 need to hear at this time? What messages does pile 3 need to hear at this time? Ladybug. This is a time of good fortune and abundance. So be willing to receive all good things in your life. Just confirmation, babe. Confirmation that you need to open your heart to receive the goodness that life has to offer and the good fortune and the abundance. Okay? What other messages from your animal spirit guides does pile 3 need to hear? Zebra. Let go of your fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. This card came, I think, for pile 2 as well, but just please let go of your fear. You are always safe, always protected. Always, always. Trust and revel in that knowing. Trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. So again, there are resources available to you to provide help for you, okay? If some of you have been struggling with wanting to stay here, I do keep, in the description, I do have the suicide prevention hotline, I believe, is always in my description because I want you to know that there are always resources out there to help you through your pain and suffering and any challenges you may be going through. There is always somebody that is willing to support you during those hardships, okay? And not just that, there's also AA, there's free AA meetings all over, at least the United States. I'm not, too familiar with other countries, but there are resources. You have to look, research. Do your research, okay? And resources can also mean just people around you, okay? Reach out to them if you really need help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. You are not a burden to anyone, okay? And if somebody does make you feel like a burden, you gotta cut them out. I don't know how many times I gotta say this, but you gotta cut them loose. Because you don't need that kind of energy in your life. They are keeping you down. And honestly, they have pains within themselves that they are not confronting. So it's just a projection. And if they're not willing to do their work, but you are, the universe is gonna cut them out for you. You gotta, but you should, you can determine that for yourself as well. But I hope that this message has gotten through to people that need to hear it. I'm gonna get one more card. This is the Teachings of Abraham Well-Being cards. I'm just gonna get one card, okay? It says, I look for positive aspects in every experience. Within every particle of the universe is that which is wanted and lack of it. By looking for the positive aspects of whatever you are giving your attention to, you maintain your connection to well-being. So it seems like some of you are kind of in this rut where you've been focusing on what makes you feel overwhelmed and the negative parts of your life. And I'm not saying that it's easy to reprogram your mind and control your thought patterns and even to focus on what's good in your life. Sometimes it's very hard to see what's good in your life. But even just, it can be as simple as watching a bird from your window, or cat videos or dog videos on social media, on YouTube, or viral videos in that way, cute baby animals, or looking into a child's eyes, or a flower. It's not so much about what it is that you're focusing on, it's about how you're feeling when you're focusing on this thing. So how do you feel when you look at a flower? How do you feel when you hear a bird sing? Or when you hear a baby laugh, giggle? These are little things. Like, you gotta keep that feeling in you, and then that's when you are gonna create a new momentum. And then you'll eventually, you can start off with 3 things a day, 3 things that you're grateful for, or 3, write it down. Honestly, writing anything down, any handwritten message that you do, and I'm not saying typing, not typing on your phone, not typing in the laptop, I'm saying with your hand, you write, pen, pencil, marker, anything to paper. Writing things down is spell work. And you'll see that, like, by writing 3 things that you're grateful for every day, that kind of practice will bring in a momentum of more things to be blessed, to feel blessed for, and more things to be grateful for, and to appreciate life. And then it's gonna keep building and over, okay? So it's time for you to change your life and be open to this good fortune and abundance, okay? You have everything that you need at this current moment. You're safe, you're protected. Just try to release that fear within you, and I promise you, you will see your life is gonna change for the better, okay? Pile 3, it was much heavier than the other 2, but I'm hoping that, again, it's a message that needed to be said, and it gets across to the people that it's meant to reach. Okay, so until next time, pile 3, if you ended up resonating with this message, please like, subscribe, comment down below. I would love to hear from anybody who resonated with this message. And please let me know if it's helped you in any way. I hope that you feel supported and in love. I am sending you all piles, but you, particularly pile 3, I'm sending you the love and healing and support that you need at this time, okay? So until next time.